Okay, good morning children. Here I would like to explain the working of lead storage battery. This video will be on working of lead storage battery. You know, lead storage battery is an example of secondary cell. Okay, now before that let me tell you that there are two types of cell we will come across in this chapter. One is electrochemical cell, which is also known as galvanic cell, and the other one is electrolytic cell, okay, that we are going to study in next classes. In electrochemical cell, chemical energy is changed to electrical energy, whereas in electrolytic cell, opposite thing happens. Electrical energy is changed to chemical energy. So let me take up one example of electrolytic cell. Suppose we have here molten NaCl. You know, NaCl is an ionic compound. So here there will be lot of sodium ion and chloride ion. Okay, we have two metallic plates and they are connected through wire, with source of current. This is the negative end of negative terminal, the positive terminal. Okay, now in electrolytic cell, the positive plate, it is called anode. The negative plate is called cathode. Just pointing out, in case of galvanic cell that we had studied, it was opposite. In galvanic cell, anode was minus, negative. But here in electrolytic cell, anode is positive. That you have to remember. Okay, now when we pass current, what chemical change happens here? All the sodium ion present here, since they are positive, they will move towards the negative plate. Sodium ion will move towards the negative plate, and Cl minus will move towards the positive plate. That is, Na plus will go towards cathode. Now, what it will do going at the cathode? Na plus will gain one electron and it will form Na. So this Na will get deposited, and what will happen at the anode? This Cl minus going to the anode will lose one electron and form chlorine atom. Now, since chlorine atom cannot exist on its own, chlorine atom does not have existence, then chlorine atom will combine in pair to form chlorine gas. So the net result here, what will happen is, when we pass current through molten NaCl, we will get at the cathode sodium and we will get at the anode chlorine gas. So this is the result. One thing which is same as this galvanic cell that we have studied. In galvanic cell we have seen that at cathode there occurs reduction, at anode there occurs oxidation, that we have studied in galvanic cell. And as far as reduction and oxidation is concerned, same here happens here also. At cathode there occurs reduction and at anode there occurs oxidation. Okay, so this is about electrolytic cell. Why I am discussing about electrolytic cell? Because this knowledge will be required in the explanation of lead storage battery. We'll be doing more about electrolytic cell afterwards. Okay, now the simple thing in a lead storage battery. Okay, we have anode, which is lead, and we have cathode, which is packed with PbO2, and here we have sulfuric acid solution. And if these are connected, and if we are keeping a load here, suppose we are keeping a bulb here, this bulb will glow. That means we are getting electrical energy. Now, what reaction happens when we are getting electricity? What reaction happens? When we are getting electricity, this step is called discharging. This step. So during discharging, at anode, what happens? at anode, which is this one. Pb changes to Pb plus 2 plus 2 electron. We know at anode there occur oxidation. So you see lead will change into lead ion. This lead will dissolve and lead ion will go into the solution. Lead ion will go into the solution. And this lead ion, what it will do, there are a lot of sulfate ion here. This lead ion will combine with sulfate ion and it will form lead sulfate solid. Lead sulfate solid, lead sulfate is insoluble substance. So gradually what will happen is this will get a coating. This will get a coating of this insoluble lead sulfate. And if in this way, coating is developed of insoluble substance, contact will get lost at one point of time. The contact is going to lost. So this is what happens at the anode, and if we add this to step, then we get what this Pb plus 2 cancels with this, so Pb plus SO4 2 minus arrow Pb SO4 solid plus 2 electrons. So this is what happens at anode during discharging when you are getting current. Okay, now what happens at the cathode? What happens at the cathode? At the cathode, this PbO2, in presence of hydrogen ion, a lot of hydrogen ion in the solution, and in presence of electron, and also your sulfate ion also is there in the solution, and plus electron. So PbO2 in presence of hydrogen ion, in presence of sulfate ion, in presence of electron, electron is coming this side, and it forms PbSO4 solid. So if I balance this equation, PbSO4 plus water, so since here water is 2 hydrogen, actually here for balancing it will be 2 here and it will be 4H plus, and now you see everything is balanced. Here there will be 2 electrons also. So this is the reaction that happens at cathode. So here you see even here the cathode is getting deposited by insoluble PbSO4. So this is also getting coated with PbSO4. This one also is getting coated with PbSO4. And when it gets fully coated with PbSO4, the reaction will stop and we will not get any more current. When we don't get any more current, then we require, we require recharging. And during recharging, this cell, this one I am writing it here. This one has to be connected with source of current. This is a source of current. So you see the current source, this is minus, this is plus, and this minus. Now here what will happen is this arrangement will act like electrolytic cell. This arrangement will act like electrolytic cell, and this minus plate, like here, minus Q it was cathode, so here this one will become now cathode, and this one will become as anode. Just remember, here initially we had lead, initially it was lead, and initially it was what, PbO2. So during recharging, what reaction happens? What reaction happens at cathode during recharging? This reaction takes place in opposite direction at cathode. So that I am writing it here. So I am writing the reaction during discharging. So during discharging at cathode, what reaction takes place? It will be just opposite of this. If I write like this, PbSO4 plus 2 electron, Pb plus SO4 2 minus. So this one is going to happen at the cathode, and so you see, and it will come back to initial state of Pb. You see Pb, and at anode here, what will be the reaction taking place? Just opposite of this one. So PbSO4 plus 2H2O arrow, PbO2 plus 4H plus SO4 2 minus plus 2 electrons. So at anode this one will happen, so you see anode will come back to initial PbO2. So it will come back to initial situation, initial position. This is what is known as recharging. So in this way, we need to do charging, recharging, and then we get current whenever we require. Now, one thing is, your in lead storage battery, this gives us a voltage of 1.5 volt, 1.5 volt. No, I think it gives. I'm not able to remember properly. Anyway, suppose if it gives a voltage of 2 volt. Then what it is done, in actual lead storage battery, 6 cells like this. 6 cells like this are kept in series. So if each gives 2 volt, so the lead storage battery will give us 12 volt. 12 volt. So I have just taken as an example one cell, like that. 6 cells are combined together. So this is what is known as lead storage battery, and it's working. So this much for now in this video. Thank you and have a nice day.